Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome to the latest episode in the Arabic with Sam channel. I'm Sam, your Arabic teacher from ArabicWithSam.com. So I've recently been looking at like some different channels on Facebook, been looking at some different groups about sort of how to learn Arabic, and there's quite a famous group on there, it's really popular, just called Learn Arabic, and I was scrolling through the questions recently, and one of the questions that was up on there was someone sort of said, you know, what's the best way to approach learning Arabic? Like, I assume they're a beginner, and they just wanted to know how to get started, and the comments in it sort of worried me a little bit. Like, I've been spending time in some of these Facebook groups, and what some people suggest sometimes worries me a bit, so I wanted to give you guys my perspective on what is the best way to start learning Arabic. And first and foremost, like the most important thing is you need to ask yourself the question, why do you want to learn Arabic? Like, very rarely do people approach learning Arabic and they just say, oh, I want to learn Arabic. Just sort of for the sake of it. And there isn't really for a sake of it. Like, people normally, if they ask themselves a little bit when they start off learning Arabic, why do they actually want to learn? It's usually, I don't know, if obviously for the religion is obviously a huge part of my audience, and you know, whether you want to go on a holiday there, or you want to learn for business, or you want to learn for a girl or something, like, well, whatever it is, yeah, like you normally have a start with that reason, and that will dictate massively what is the best way to approach learning Arabic. Because some people, like I've had some clients recently who they're getting married to an Egyptian and they just wanted to learn some Arabic to communicate with the family. Like, that's not like a lifetime pursuit, and they don't really have any need to learn modern standard Arabic. They don't have any need to learn to read and write Arabic correctly. They literally just need some back and forth in Egyptian lehga, and that's all they need. Yeah, so you should begin by asking yourself that, because there was an answer which worried me that just said free YouTube videos to start off with, and then talk to native speakers, and I think that is only a correct response for a very, very small amount of people. So, like, my opinion, and this is my opinion, and it's honestly the truth that it's my opinion, because you can see it in my own work, because this is how I insist on most of my clients who are serious about learning the Arabic language. Like my first advice would be to be serious about it. Like, my first advice would be to make yourself among the people who are serious about learning Arabic, you know, because it's just such a beautiful lifetime pursuit, really, to master the Arabic language. But once you are one of those people who takes it very seriously, and you want to have a really broad and fulfilling understanding of the Arabic language, then you should begin with learning the script. You should have a really, really strong fundamentals over the script. Like, it does my head in when I have students who start and they claim to be at quite a high level, and then I discover that their writing is just awful. Like, their knowledge of using the Arabic script, or even their parents in the lessons will say to them, you know, I'll just transliterate it. Like, don't transliterate it. Like, after just a basic, like, a few weeks of covering the Arabic script, like, you should really, really be nailing the Arabic script, I think. Like, obviously that isn't the case if you just want to speak some Ammiya or one of the dialects. Like, you don't really need the script, and in fact, there are sounds in Ammiya that don't exist in the Arabic script, so sometimes it's even not conducive to learn the Arabic script. But, like, if you're serious about having a broader understanding of the whole of the Arabic language, then, like, you should start with the script. Like, and that's why I put out this free Arabic script course. Some of you guys will have been following it, and you know, because I think that is, like, that's sometimes even neglected, yeah. Not generally among, like, for the most part, not among Muslims, because from a young age we learn to read and write. We learn to read, certainly, the Arabic script and stuff, but people should be practicing their handwriting and stuff as well. So once you've got that foundation, everything that you learn afterwards is just through that lens. It's through a lens of understanding the Arabic script and knowing how to use it. So then after that would be to have a really good grasp on MSA, have a really good grasp on Fusha as well. Like, you know, to be able to understand exactly what grammar is going on. Like, what is going on in this sentence? Why are the words ordered in that way? Why does the verb look like that? Why do we put verbs in the past in this way? And to really understand the nuts and bolts of the language, like, I think that is the foundations in which you need to build your Arabic language house. And that's why, well, after Arabic script, like, on my website, you'd be able to see it if you check ArabicTime.com. There's, like, a section where I have some free stuff that I give away for you guys. You talk about the Arabic script, I give other stuff away. And then there's, like, my Fundamentals of Arabic course, which is a 4-book course. That's what I teach most of my students. And, like, that 4-book Fundamentals of Arabic course, you know, each one of them is 12 lessons, I think. So there's about 50 lessons. And we cover, like a lot of the main concepts of Arabic grammar. And at the end of that, students have, like, a really, really firm grasp on like, the most important vocabulary. Like, 98% of the vocabulary is taken directly from the Quran. There's some other, like, everyday vocab that's in there too. That's more like modern standard Arabic vocab rather than Quranic. But yeah. So like, but that is demonstrated in my work. It's not just something I'm playing lip service to in this video. Like that's something that I demonstrate in all of my work. So, you know, like the first thing, obviously, as I said, is just you need to understand why you're learning Arabic, and then that's my advice really. So something else to bear in mind is a problem I think with suggesting to people that they learn from free YouTube videos and then go to native speakers is that native speakers, because they're native speakers, aren't always great teachers. They're fantastic speaking partners, no doubt, yeah, no doubt. Like I'm not an Arab, yeah. Like I've sort of become a level of Arabic in which I can teach Arabic at a pretty high level, but I'll never be an Arab. Like, and I don't claim to be. And you know, Arabs, if you want a speaking partner, then an Arab is the best speaking partner, obviously, yeah. But like, yeah, learning from native speakers isn't always the best option. Like, it was really difficult for me. Like, I first learned from native speakers, and you know, I think I have a real important impact on people who are white, basically, who just come from white non-Muslim backgrounds. Like, taking the jump into learning the Arabic language and actually making the most of your time with a native speaker, or making the most of your time in an Arab country. Sometimes you need a bit of consulting, I guess, or just a bit of support from someone who's been through that experience themselves, like myself. So native speakers aren't always the best option for you. Like, depending on what your objectives are, like, especially if you have like Islamic objectives in mind. Like, some of the greatest, you know, scholars of the Arabic language have even been non-Arabs. Yeah, and like, you know, famously in recent history, Sheikh Al-Albani is obviously Albanian. Yeah, he's a scholar of hadith. Like, you know, no one would ever talk about something to do with hadith and then not say, what did Sheikh Al-Albani say? Like, it's, you know, there are non-Arab scholars who have even surpassed the level of many Arabs, even in their knowledge of the Arabic language. So it's not something that the native speakers have monopoly over, really. So, you know, and then the final thing I would say is start with the right mindset that, like, when you come to learn Arabic, you should begin with an understanding that you will probably make 10 mistakes a day. Like, but you shouldn't let that dishearten you. Like, you will probably, when you approach learning Arabic, and then when you have a teacher, or you don't have a teacher, you're learning by yourself, or you just have a friend who corrects sentences for you and stuff like that, or you're just practicing in an Arab country, you go into the market, you just try to start conversations with people, you need to be ready for that. You will make 10, 20, 30 mistakes a day. Yeah, that's how you approach learning Arabic. Yeah, you be prepared from the beginning to chuck yourself in. There aren't shortcuts around that, unfortunately. Like, you know, like, I know there are lots of courses out there that tell you that they can teach you Arabic in 21 days, or they can teach you Arabic in a week, or fluent Arabic in 6 weeks or something. It's just utter guff, unfortunately. You know, the reality is, like, and the real beauty in it is finding a teacher, not who will promise you that you can learn Arabic in 7 days, but the beauty is finding a teacher who will support you through making 50 mistakes in a 1 hour lesson, or a teacher who will support you when you can't pronounce ra or ha or ayn or dad. Yeah, having a teacher who will support you through those difficulties, rather than someone who puts a false expectation in your mind from the beginning, who tells you that you can learn to read Arabic fluently in 21 days, because unfortunately, for the most part, it is utter nonsense. So those are my thoughts, really. You know, I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys on YouTube, and those of you who are listening on the podcast as well. You know, I wanted to share that with you. If you have anything to contribute as well, please put it in the comments. Anybody else who's watching the channel. We've had some new subscribers today, by the way. So, you know, thank you very much for supporting the work. Thank you very much for watching. And that's everything. Yeah, leave comments, like it if you liked it. Don't forget to share it with anyone who you think you might benefit. And I'll catch you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.